Hey, did you just say we're screwed? If you don't mind telling me, what did you mean by that? I'm guessing something happens if our BP hits 0, right? I mean, the way you said it sure makes it seem like something's going to happen. Do you know something? You do know something. What are you hiding? Yeah, you know, there's been something weird about you from the moment we met. I mean, for starters, how did you know my name?
Oh, knock it off. This is getting old.
I don't care if it's getting ancient. This is important. Alright, Sigma, just calm down here for a second. Don't be... I don't know you. But you seem to know me somehow. The only explanation I can think of that makes any kind of sense is that you're working with Zero.
What about you?
What?
Are you working with Zero?
Me? Why would you think that?
You're too calm. You wake up trapped in some kind of twisted game and it doesn't even faze you? That hardly seems normal.
Oh, what can I say? We are quirky. Oh, come on. I could ask you the same thing.
Don't change the subject. We're talking about you. Maybe you actually do know me.
What? Where the hell did that come from? Look, I already told you, I've never seen you. Before... I have.
Sigma. Just let it go. Our time's up. This is it. Before it ends, I wanted to tell you thanks. You know we're about to die, but you still stuck with me. So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
What? What was that? Please tell me that last scene was from an old sci-fi movie that I watched last week. Otherwise, I'm not liking this at all.
What's wrong?
I saw...
Saw what?
the explosion.
Explosion?
I think there's a bomb somewhere in this building. I'm not sure, but it sounded like it was on a timer. You and I were trying to stop it, but we couldn't do anything, and...
Whoa, Sigma! Calm down! What are you talking about? What is it now?
My head.
It hurts?
Yeah.
You know, you said it hurt when you first woke up in the AB room, too.
It didn't just hurt. It felt like it was going to explode.
Are you alright?
I think so.
Maybe you should rest a little.
Yeah. Maybe I could just lay my head on your lap. I guess it is one way to get rid of the pain in your head faster, but I don't think she would accept that so easily.
Of course. I shouldn't have worried.
Fine, I spent the rest of the time until the door opened in silence. The AB game was forgotten as I tried to make sense of what I'd seen. Had it been real in any way? Or was it just a hallucination, brought on by stress or maybe some strange drug they dosed me with while I was out? Yeah, that seemed real though. Was it a premonition? I had to stifle a bark of laughter at that thought. Seeing the future? This wasn't some crappy sci-fi novel. This was real life. Things like that didn't happen. Sorry. I was just tired. And the stress of the Nonary game was probably getting to me more than I thought. I was tired, and I was emotional. A hallucination was strange, but really, it was perfectly understandable. But what if I wasn't losing it? What if I was fine? What if it had been a hallucination? I sat there for what felt like hours, my mind running in circles.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, it is time, Sigma. Fine. We have to choose now. And good timing as well, cause I'm starting to get hungry. After we exit this room, it'll be guacamole time.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Well, thank the Lord it's not instant death. What the hell was that?
What, do you need a translator? If you don't vote fast enough, then it'll set your vote to ally. Makes sense? Or do I need to use smaller words?
So if you plan to pick ally, then you don't even really need to go into the AB room.
I guess not. We're already in here, though. So we might as well figure out what we're gonna do. What's it gonna be, Sigma? Ally or betray?
Why are you even asking? You made it pretty clear that we should choose betray.
Well, I didn't say should. I just said we didn't really have a choice.
That's the same thing.
It's completely different. The former is an active opinion. The latter is just passive information.
Whatever. You still want to betray, right?
Yeah.
Then why did you ask me? I mean, you do seem to be set on choosing betray. Now, of course, you will need our consent on whether we should betray or not. If, for example, we were to choose ally, what would your thoughts be, I wonder? So I never really finished our conversation from earlier. You said that we'd be screwed if our BP dropped to 1. What did he mean by that? Is something going to happen if our BP gets to 0 or something?
We die.
Well, I'm just speechless. Is that true? Maybe, maybe not. We won't know until we will witness it happening. What?
If our BP drops to 0, we die. The needles in our bracelets activate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, how the hell do you know that? Zero never said anything about it.
I don't know. I swear, I don't. I know somehow. There's just this feeling I've got. Like, that's what'll happen.
Oh, come on. That again? You fed me the same line when I asked you why you knew my name. How can you know all these things when there's no way on earth... Wait. Did you see it? Chances are she has been seeing things, the way Sigma did here as well. That must be why she knew Sigma's name, or she knows that 0 PP means death penalty.
What?
Did he have some sort of, I don't know, premonition?
What? What the hell are you talking about? You sounded like a crazy person the first time, too.
Then you haven't.
Seriously, Sigma, are you okay? I think there's something wrong with you.
This was wrong. Faye was supposed to be acting strange, not me. Instead, here she was asking if I was okay. But what if it wasn't just her? What if I was losing it too? I groaned. My head felt awful. It was like someone had thrown my brain in a food processor and had puree.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Hey, it's almost time. What are you gonna pick? If you aren't going to do it, then
No, I'm fine. I'll do it.
You're gonna choose betray, right?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Take it away.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I stood in front of the selection screen. I took a deep breath. And this was it. I ran over my options one last time. There was only one possible choice. Alright. Let's see where this is gonna land us.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Vi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
What the hell were you thinking? Did you hear anything I said?
Yep, I sure did. Yeah, I was. And yeah, I did.
Then?
Then I decided to pick Ally instead. And if there is a chance that we can cooperate with Alice in order to escape this place, then I'm gonna take the risk and trust her. I want to see Alice's true colors. Oh, I want to believe in Alice.
It's not really a rational decision.
Maybe not. But betraying people is still wrong. Even if this game seems to favor it. If we end up losing points because of this, however, I will take full responsibility for it. I know.
Yo, what's up? Siggy!
Zero?
No!
Zero! What's up?
Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
And we will find out the true nature of some of the people here as well. Alright.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex Game! Round 1! The results!
Can you show them already?
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Uh... Huh.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Hey, Alice! What the hell is this?
Excuse me? I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well,
Yes.
an idiot.
I see. Very well then. Why? Why did you do it?
I could ask you the same question. Why did you do something as stupid as choose ally?
Why? Haven't you heard of the prisoner's dilemma? The best solution is for all of us to choose ally.
Oh, really? All of us, huh? Kay and Clover chose betray too, you know. Yes, I know about the prisoner's dilemma. But everyone picking ally isn't a reasonable outcome. Just look at the results for this round. What do they tell you? You're a pretty tender-hearted guy to trust somebody you just met. Well, maybe tender-headed would be a little more appropriate in this case.
What?
Oh, was that upsetting? My apologies. I'm only trying to warn you.
Alice is right. You made a stupid choice. And thanks to you, our BP is down to 1 now.
God damn it. I set my jaw and stomped away from Alice and Vi. My hands had balled themselves into fists, but my throat was tight and my eyes stung. Why? Why had she done it? Quark, Dio and Luna's group, on the other hand, seemed calm, almost happy.
Thank you. I'm so happy you chose Ally.
No problem.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick Betray.
What?
Hey!
Mr. Dio told me to pick Betray so that we could get 3 points. He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. And then, if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9.
Oh. Dio, is this true?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Kidding! I lied.
Oof. For some reason, that line kind of made the back of my mind flinch a little.
That was a joke. Mr. Dio would never do something like that.
It was a joke?
Yeah. Man, you really had me going there.
Or was it a joke?
I really surprised you, huh?
So you really were planning to choose Ally all along? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah. Exactly.
I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust, huh?
I suppose you could say that.
Well, you don't have to worry, Tenmyouji. You aren't alone in this one who got betrayed. Welcome to the Betrayed Club.
I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
It looks like there had been some sort of argument between K, Clover, and Tenmyouji. Although whatever it was seemed to have resolved itself amicably. So Clover and K chose Betray themselves as well.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Oh, in that case, let's go inside and get some more.
Right, you are. So, let me just close
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon Round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Moon cards. Does that mean we cannot use these cards anymore, since they got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Of course, you could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth and you're losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5.
So you're saying that this could go on forever until we get the amount of BP we need. Though I'm having my doubts about that. Like, how we're gonna have... I mean, it kinda depends on how big this place is and how many escape games there are gonna be, I guess.
Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,009,004,897.
That's a huge number. And that is clearly an understatement.
Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know, can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same? And are the rules gonna be the same for the entirety of this game? Or are there gonna have to be some changes here and there, like the number of people that can go in, and if we're gonna change from solo to pair and vice versa at some point, or we're gonna change colors or something like that?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
I figured it'd be something different this time. Cause the secondary doors are red, blue, and green, and whatever combination we thought of before would end up in using, like, complementary colors instead. So, what's it gonna be this time? What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But, wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off? Wait, hold on a second. Now we have the color yellow. Huh.
Oh, yes! They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way?
Just tell us straight. You be when people die.
Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Theo. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really. You die.
Dun dun! Boy, oy, 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 oy.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Oh, I know what you mean. And speaking of that, couldn't they just replace it with something else, like less ominous? It's like too spooky for me. Whenever I hear that and someone dies.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that.
No siree. I think we're good.
But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round.
Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
Yep. That is if someone reaches 0 BP. But I believe you know that very well already, Alice. There's no need for Zero to repeat it to you.
There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenmyouji. Or Siggy. Oh, or maybe Fido. Or maybe everyone?
What?
Why?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
Yeah, we know that. But why are you saying that everyone might die the next round? Especially since some of them have 5 or 6 BP at this point.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is!
You mean the needles in our bracelets are going to activate and will die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, Phi had been right. But why had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Phi, Sigma, and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could go or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building, or if your heart stopped. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you. Like, boom.
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait, you've already got those bracelets. Have a look. The color's changed, hasn't it?
It did change. I'm yellow now.
So am I.
Okay, so you're yellow as well.
Me too.
And you're also yellow and pear. So I guess this means that we're gonna be working together from now on. Luna.
It looks like the color wasn't the only thing that changed.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like our groups have changed too. I was a solo last round, but now it says pair.
I see. Well, I guess that will ensure that everyone gets a chance at working with anyone, and we are not stuck with the same setup.
Wait. Really? Mine still says solo.
It looks like Luna and I both changed. Although I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm the opposite. Mine went from pair to solo.
No change here. Still a pair. I guess this must be magenta.
You got that right, B.O.
Are you two magenta too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So Dio will be pairing with Tenmyouji.
Quark, Clover, and I are cyan.
I think Mr. K and I are pairs. And Miss Clover is a solo?
Looks like it.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
In that case, it is now a matter of all of us pairing to go through the next doors. Though, I do have to ask myself, is this gonna be, like, the opposite of what we got before? Like, say we have a group of 3 with yellow. We will be able to go through the blue door? I mean, if we were to think of the opposite way, like we had before, 2 people with blue, a pair, and a solo would make a yellow.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything!
Okay, for a second there you sounded like Dexter. What the fuck?
Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
What do you mean?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right?
Wait, hold on. Does this mean you're leaving us? Why? I mean, you don't have to... Maybe you don't have anything else to say to us, but we can still be together.
I'll never see you guys again. Get it!
Oh, don't say that. Don't ever say that, Zero. I need you.
Did you really think I was gonna cry?
Aha! Joke's on you! I wasn't gonna cry either.
Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick.
You mad? Anyway, good luck.
Ooh. You just crossed the line with that. Next thing you know, you're gonna tell us a yo mama joke, and when that time comes, I'm gonna stab you in the butthole with my sword here.
I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday. Have a nice tragedy.
Well, I think I already know which door I'm gonna go through next. I know who I'm going to latch onto first.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So... what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah. Looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking, and if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Well, it's time for us to go as well, Sigma. Staying here and sucking our thumbs won't do us anything. This game is gonna be a rough one, so we gotta keep up the pace. You only live once, son. Meanwhile, I'll be the one reliving this over and over. All you need is kill style.